Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I can't complain. Thanks.
Good. Because I don't like complaints. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You can
And
complain if you want.
how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you. All right. And my name is Sebi. You're Prakash.
Yes, I'm Prakash.
Prakash, that's a nice name. I like that. Are you from India?
Yes, I'm from India.
Ah, all right. Okay, well, I am from Texas in the United States, but I live in Argentina now.
Argentina. Oh, football is
Yeah.
very famous in Argentina.
Yes, very famous in Argentina,
Yeah.
except that now nobody is playing football.
Okay, it's my
Yeah.
pleasure to talk with you.
Yes, nice to talk to you too. Do you have something that you would like to talk about?
Yes, just I want to know how long have you been teaching English?
I don't really teach English. Um, I'm more of a talking tutor. But I have been on Cambly for about a year and 3 months, I think. But yeah, if somebody wants to know about grammar and all of that, I'm not the right person to
Okay.
teach.
Okay,
Okay.
that's great. Okay, and how long have you been living in Argentina?
7 years.
7 years. It's a long time.
Yeah, I retired in the US and decided to move here because I grew up here. My parents lived in Argentina when I was little, so it kind of feels like home for me.
Oh, that's
So,
great, great. Then,
yeah.
okay, what was your job in United States?
Do you know 911?
Yes, I know.
I was a 911 operator.
Oh my God.
Yes. I answered for, I did it for 14 years and got very stressed, very stressed.
Hmm.
But it was a nice job. I liked helping people.
Okay, so
So,
can you explain something about your job? What was your job that time? Means how do you deal or how did you deal with people?
um, well, we had to train in order to work there. So we had 5 weeks of classroom training, and then they would put us with a teacher that would listen to everything that we did and explain everything. And then when they thought that we could do it okay, then we were allowed that. We usually had another 5 weeks with one person answering the phones. And then after that, we were on our own. Um, you never know what kind of call you are going to get if you need to get the police or the fire department or an ambulance. So uh, it has it was all computerized. So when
Yeah.
you call 911, we have your phone number automatically. So if we get disconnected, we can call you back.
Okay.
If people were calling from a landline, we had their address automatically also.
Okay.
And then we had less than 1 minute to find out what was happening, and then enter that information into the computer. And there was codes that we had to use, and the codes would tell the computer and the dispatchers who to send, whether the fire department or the police or everybody. So we had about 360 codes that
Hmm.
we had to know.
Okay.
So within 1 minute, You have to type, find out, make sure the address is correct, the phone number is correct, write down what
Mm.
is happening and put in the code and send it. And then
Okay.
you try to get all the other information. Like, is
So,
there anything dangerous or stuff like that?
so you have to be an alert all time to receive your
Yes,
call
on the
and to deal with all these people.
yes,
Because when they are in
exactly.
danger, that time they call you. That's why.
Right, exactly. If
Yeah.
somebody is in danger, then they call us.
Yeah.
Um, and we talked people when they have an emergency. Most people get very frantic, and so we had to calm them down and ask a lot of questions. And many people got mad at us for asking questions,
Hmm.
and but um, it's necessary because if you have someone robbing a store, for instance, and the robber leaves, if the person calling 911 can say, okay, it was a male and he was about 5'5" or 7, and he was wearing a blue sweater and all of that information, as the police officers are coming and the guy is running, they might see him and can get him. So
Uh,
we ask all that extra information and make sure that nobody was hurt and things like that.
uh,
So,
so that's great. Today
inter-
I have got a lot of information about 911. Okay, so in
yeah,
this situation, can I call like that? My neighbors are making too much noise. They are disturbing me.
yes, you can call about that. The most of the agency, every city has their own 911. Okay, so it's not just one for any place in the U.S. But they have, at least in my city, they had priorities, and I think they did that in most cities. If
Hmm.
somebody was hurt or in danger, then that was like a priority one, and the police would go and with the sirens on and the lights flashing. Priority two, and they could get there within 2 or 3 minutes. A priority two, they wouldn't use their sirens or the lights, and they would get there within 20 minutes. And then for
Hmm.
something like your neighbors are playing loud music, it could be up to an hour before the officers got there because
Okay.
they had to go to the emergency ones first. So, yeah.
I imagine my future when I got retired. When I got retired, I would share my experience with people like that.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
would. Yeah. So
Now, my
yeah.
city actually had classes for well, they did it. There were in the city where I live, there were many Vietnamese people and also many Latino people. So we had classes in Spanish to teach the people how to use 911 and what was good, and yeah. So to educate them to do
Okay.
that.
And yes, in Argentina, what do you do?
Nothing. Um, I've always wanted to be creative and make things. I like to paint, I like to draw, I like to recycle and make things with my hands. So when I came to Argentina, I brought a lot of things with me that I bought all my life and said, I want to do this, and I never had time. So now I have time
Oh,
and I can do whatever I want. So it's great.
so you can be motivation and inspiration for many lazy people. Though you got retirement, you are active. You want to do something. You create something new. That's great. I'm so
Yes,
impressed
that
with this.
yeah, that and I study languages. I want to learn many, many languages. So um, I'm fluent in English and Spanish. I have been learning Italian for 3 years, and now I'm learning Portuguese, French, and Arabic. So I
Okay.
study and I make things. That's what I do. And
So
I
we are
work on
these,
campus.
we have this type of similarities. I'm the same person who wants to learn some new languages and to talk with some new people and share my
Yes.
culture. I also like to create something new. I don't like
Ah,
copy and paste. I don't like copy and paste. I always do think in different way
yes, yes.
because
I don't like to shop, but I like to go to different stores and look. I like to see what they, and I go, oh, I could do that. I could make that a little bit different, and I get ideas by by shopping. But I don't
uh,
buy anything. I just look.
you have a
And
great observation skill. You
yes,
observe all things carefully. Yeah.
yes,
Okay, so
observe.
I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher in India, and this is my definition of education: get information and use information to create something new.
Exactly, exactly. Yes, and always try to make. I tried to use my both my grandmothers had Alzheimer's, and I don't want to lose my brain. So I'm always trying to study or learn something, do something to keep my brain working.
So
So
I will show your video to my all students in my classroom, and I will tell them about you. Look, this is the person who always tries to learn something new. And you are student. This is your age to learn something. Then why are you wasting your time? Make your
right,
career.
yes, the more you can learn. I always wanted to do things, and when you're your age, you don't have time because you're working all the time.
Yeah.
So now I have time to do everything, and I want to do this. I want to do everything that I never had time to do before.
Mm.
So
Okay, I want to
when
share something about my country. Okay, that is very time about time. About time. So when we were child, we always talk about with friends. Okay, when we were
uh-huh,
child, we did not have watch on our wrist. Okay,
that's right,
and we have a lot of free time. But now we have an expensive and branded watch, but we don't have time to enjoy. That's the
exactly.
reality.
It is the reality. And
Mm.
so no, I want to enjoy and I want to learn as much as I can, and then I want to travel and learn more, see different places,
Mm.
and learn about different cultures.
Traveling is a real experience to know some new culture. If you read,
Exactly,
you will forget one day, but if you experience it, you will never forget.
exactly,
Mm.
exactly. What do you teach?
I teach languages.
Languages. Ah, great. All
Mm.
right.
That's why I'm too much impressed with you. I'm so impressed with you. Yeah, because
Oh,
you also
thank
like
you.
learning new languages.
Oh, yes, very much. I'm
Mm.
hoping to. I think it's a sign of respect. If I want to travel to someone's country, I don't want to say, "Well, I'm American. Talk to me in English." I think it's bad. I want
Yeah,
to, say hello, how are you, thank you, the basic. If I
yeah.
can't learn any more than that, at least the basic cordiality, to be respectful of people of different countries.
Oh, I
So
like your politeness also. So you
yeah,
are
well,
cosmopolitan. You are cosmopolitan.
yes, I believe in the whole world. Everybody is
Yeah.
important. So yeah, I think it's great. So you read a lot. I see you have a lots of books.
That's the job of teacher. Teacher has to read
Ah,
all time.
yes.
Mm. The more I read, the more I can teach in my classroom.
Exactly. I love
Uh,
to read. I read every day.
mm.
I have read 513 books in the last 5 years. So I
Ah,
read a lot.
that's why I can see every this knowledge in your personality, your way of
Mm,
speaking. You respect everybody. You want to learn something. Yeah. So
yeah.
books teach us these all things: how to be productive, creative, and
Yes.
influence. We can influence people. The person who can read, he can influence thousands of people.
Oh,
That's
yes.
my
I
belief.
believe. Yes, I believe
Yeah,
that. The
yeah.
more you get, the better you can
And
give.
I'm influenced by you. I'm influenced by you. That's why I told you, no, when I got when I got retirement, what would I do? Then I would do like you.
Yeah, you can